It's the Texas weather discussion video for Thursday, the 24th of August. Harvey is the main thing on the board today. Will this cross paths of North Texas? Will we get any rain from it? Will it reach hurricane strength? All of it will be answered. Let's take a look at the water vapor satellite view. Anomalous troughing in the north. We're actually seeing some effects from that. That's creating a couple of showers and storms to go about today. Here's the radar at 5:20 this morning. Showers and storms to the north of Denton and McKinney, probably producing frequent lightning and some downpours at times. But most locations should stay dry early this morning. Take a look at the temperatures. Not bad. Actually, not that bad than recent days. Arlington 78, DFW 86. We could be in the 80s at this time. I think some locations are even reaching the 60s up near Hamilton, and Eastland and Comanche. We're expected to warm up to the upper 80s for most of us today. Watch warning map. Harvey is the main thing on the board as hurricane warnings, watches, and tropical storm warnings and watches are being issued for the southwest coast of Texas. Other than that, things are quiet. We'll get more in depth with that in a little bit. It's severe weather possibilities today. Only a couple of marginal risks for the upper high plains near Idaho, some of the adjacent states. On day 2, risk for severe weather for the Texas coast and parts of Nebraska and South Dakota. And day 3, just about the same thing. We have a risk for thunderstorms down here, but organized severe weather shouldn't be a problem. Average rain for the next 7 days: 20 inches of rain for parts of the Texas coast, for near Houston and Galveston, where they're expecting more than a foot of rain in that generalized area. And I do think we can see more than that. Well, we'll talk about more of that in a little bit, but let's go right into it. Tropics. Obviously, the main thing on the board right now is Tropical Storm Harvey. It re-intensified to tropical storm strength as of last night. Here's we'll animate this. Maximum sustained winds are about 40 to 45 miles an hour right now, and this is actually expected to become a hurricane with time right before it makes landfall. Intensity guidance it's really messy when it gets to this point. That's because this is expected to be a recurving system before potentially making its way towards Louisiana, Mississippi, and parts of Tennessee. And the GFS ensemble it basically says the same thing. This will basically recurve, stay here for a few days before making its way towards Louisiana, Mississippi, and the adjacent states in the same path. But again, this is expected to become a hurricane by 1 p.m. on Friday. Right now, its maximum sustained winds are at 45 miles an hour, moving to the northwest at 10 miles an hour, and this could create a dangerous and potentially life-threatening flooding event for some of our southeast coast friends. But anyway, aside from that, here's Invest 92L. Not much to speak about on this one. This one tries to bring it towards the Gulf of Mexico and recurves it going towards the Atlantic. The GFS ensemble tries to say the same thing here. It will basically be in the Gulf before recurving back into the Atlantic, and when it does, it may become a tropical depression or tropical storm. Most models are kind of equal on both. So if this does intensify, we don't have to worry about that as much. So here we go. Here's the GFS. This is the 06Z run, valid today at 1 o'clock at 500 millibars. Again, troughing in the north near the Great Lakes, and again, we could see a number of showers and storms but behind a surface front that came through our area yesterday. Say the best chance of one spot getting wet is in the is in the 30 to 40% bracket. Other than expect cloudy skies for most of the day with highs in the upper 80s. Same thing on Friday, except we should trend a little drier. You can see potential Hurricane Harvey just about almost making landfall. Here's Saturday. Hurricane Harvey at this point basically makes landfall, but barely, bringing a lot of heavy rain to that region at this point. Here's Sunday. Most of North Texas should stay dry, but heavy rain and wind still continues for areas in advance of Hurricane Harvey. Monday, the system doesn't even move that much. Most of North Texas again staying dry. This is Tuesday. This is still a stalling system. Here's Wednesday. I think this may be a stalling system before it even drifts off. Here's a week from today. Thursday, the 31st of August. Again, the tropical low is near Louisiana and Arkansas, and again, that's near Louisiana and Arkansas. It finally moves out of southeast Texas after long days of sitting there. It finally moves out of there, and we'll just have to see with that with time. Here's the European. The European is actually faster on this run. On August the 31st, it wants to bring it towards the Mississippi and Tennessee before the GFS does it. But bottom line is Louisiana, Arkansas, and Mississippi and those adjacent states could be under the gun for seeing a potential tropical storm or potential hurricane. So here's the end of the forecast period. This is Saturday, the 2nd of September. Heights are about where they should be, and again, we don't even see Harvey. Remnants of Harvey is somewhere in here. But let's take a look at the quantitative precipitation outlook. Total precipitation maximum values are at almost 3 feet of rain. Again, those numbers are just almost off the chart. And doesn't matter what model we show here. Bottom line is, all of southeast Texas is under the gun of seeing some significant, dangerous, and potentially life-threatening flooding. Most of North Texas will trend drier for this time period. Here are the temperatures for the next. Here's the temperatures for the next week. Basically struggling to stay below 80 right now, and the lows basically we're on a cooling trend with the lows. We could see 60s on the 30th of August, as we have a breath of fall. Meteorological fall is just right around the corner. That's it for the Texas Weather Outlook video today. I'll have more notes in the blog. The next video here by 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. If you can, catch your local TV stations on the air at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Make it a great day, and Godspeed.